Hey guys, you're in the machine. Kukutasana, cock pose, or you can just say rooster. Pretty advanced posture that requires the balance and strength for a really balled up crow, along with the hip flexibility of being able to do a tight lotus pose. The way I do it with a headstand entry also requires a pretty strong neck. So this might not be for you if you haven't been practicing for a while, but if it is, let's give it a try. Okay guys, Kukutasana is kind of like if Kakasana and Padmasana had a baby. So we're in a lotus leg position with the arm balance of a crow pose. Step one is getting in that lotus. And if you can't get in a tight enough lotus, your knees will be too wide for your arm grip. So here's what I mean. When I bring this lotus in, I bring it in close to me. As the first leg I bring up close to my hip and outside of the groin. So I'm not trying to put it here because that's going to make my knees real wide. I'm trying to bring it over and up. Once it's in place, I like to hold it with the other hand just to create some tension, and then I bring up the other side, and I also bring it close. So I want my knees pretty close together. A lot of people get them way tighter than me, but I can't do this very well if my lotus pose is super loose, because I gotta connect my arms to these knees, and I can't do this with my arms out here. So one more time. Once I'm warm, of course, I bring the first leg up and over, nice and tight. I bring the second leg up and over, and then if I need to, I squeeze them together. Now I'm gonna actually go into a headstand so I can reverse engineer this by getting my knees really tight up high on my elbows. Some people just snap up to this, but those people ain't me. So I take position. I call this the Lieutenant Dan. From here, I may need the momentum to swing up to the headstand. That's okay. If I can go up nice and slow and easy by pushing and lifting my hips, that's great. But if I need to go in sort of dynamically, also not a problem. Watch, I lean way back, lift the knees, and go boom! Excellent. Not exactly graceful with vinyasa, but it does put you in place. Now, I set my hands up where I want them, crow style, with external rotation of the arms, and I bring my knees down really close to my body to get a connection to the tricep. Now I start to drop my hips away to counterbalance the weight of my chest, and I start to push up using my fingers like crazy, engaging my core so I don't slip off. And if I have enough core engagement, maybe straighten the arms for 3, 2, 1. Cock pose. Remember, I'm going to need a tight lotus. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you're going to have a really hard time if your lotus is loose. Secondly, I want to bring my knees down close to my body. If I set them way out at my elbows, I'm going to have a lot harder time controlling because I'll be in less of a tight ball. Harder than crow because I don't have my legs back behind me to counterbalance the weight of my head. So remember, I shifted my hips away to come out of the headstand, and then I engage my core to press up. If your core's sloppy in this, the pose is going to be sloppy. It ain't easy, but if you take it a step at a time, you can do it.
But the whole point of the machine is to relieve you of that suffering.